What's going on, guys? It's Eric here. So wanted to make a quick video, just kind of keeping you guys up to date with what's going on and things in the market for 2022 and what's kind of changed a little bit here and there. Okay. So one of the first things I wanted to touch on was, well, a lot of you guys have been talking about, of course, is that used stocks trade is being discontinued. Yep, that's right. They are no longer there. You may have seen in a few videos in the past that I've recommended them as a broker to a lot of you guys, especially those of you who were subject to the PD2 rule, trying to grow your smaller account. So unfortunately, they are gone, and pretty much it kind of just leaves you with Capital Markets Elite Group (CMEG) to be the only broker you can really use to not be subject to PD2 rule. However, those commissions on there, pretty hefty. But that's just kind of the price you pay for being able to trade as much as you want. Okay, so if you have a used stocks trade account, go ahead and close that bad boy out, withdraw your money. I did like them as a broker. They were pretty good. The only problem I had with them that I mentioned in some of the other reviews is that, they didn't have a desktop application. It was strictly mobile. And, sometimes I prefer, being able to trade on the computer when I'm on the go. So that's just one of the downfalls. If you, haven't seen them on a recommended list of brokers in the course, go ahead and, scratch those out. I'll update that later on for you guys as well too. So that's just one quick thing to kind of keep you guys up to date with so far in 2022. It's the middle of January, still got a lot of year left. So, keep that in mind. Now, another thing as well too, I'm kind of excited about this news, is that eTORO has added stocks to their platform. Now, if you're not familiar with eTORO, I don't think I've recommended them before because, we focus on stock trading, but I do have an eTORO account. We use it, basically they were pretty much used for trading crypto. And you guys know I dabble in crypto as well too. So I like them as a broker in their platform. Them being able to add stocks to the platform has just made it, I would say, at least 10 times better. Because now I have to go jumping from broker to broker or app to app to be able to try to trade stocks and crypto at the same time. Typically, I find that kind of annoying. I understand the separation of duties, but now that eToro has stocks, makes it a little bit more easier. They're one of the bigger brokers out there worldwide when it comes to the mobile platform. So, they're insured and everything. So I like them as a broker. I'll put an invite link to eToro. If you guys aren't familiar with it and want to get familiar with it, I definitely recommend it. There's no free stock, nothing given away like that, but just gives you easy access to get to eToro. So that's some good news. I probably expect a lot of good things coming from them with being able to add that, to their platform. One of their big features I do like is the copy trader feature, where you can, automate your trades to copy other traders who are successful. So that's pretty cool. It's one of the big things about eToro that I like. But other than that, adding these stocks to their platform, this is just going to be able to give you another arsenal, in your tool belt, especially for those of you who are subject to the PDT rule. Now you have another broker you can use to be able to rotate your trades and not be subject to the PD2 rule as much. So that's a good plus for a lot of you guys. So just wanted to make that quick announcement of those, quick updates on the brokers and things like that. Right now what we're gonna do, we'll, review the trades a little bit and keep it going.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll review my little BBIG trade and then continue what we're doing. Well, before we do that, let me pull this up here real quick. I wanted to show y'all just a quick little change made in eToro. So pretty much you have, like eToro, you log in, blah, blah, blah. So in order to, look for the stocks that you want, you hit discover. Let me go to home and then this. So you hit discover. And they'll say explore, blah, blah, blah. Basically what you're going to do is just click on markets here. Or if you want to do cryptos or ETFs, you can too. But pretty much what they did was add stocks here. And now you can go search for different stocks that you want to invest into the platform. All right. So that's just pretty much some of the change that they made here in eToro that I was talking about before. So check that out. All right. So back to the trade. Let's get into this real quick. BBIG. So first and foremost, remember BBIG was on the watch list. If you don't know, now you know. When I tell you guys that I'm doing research for you, I'm doing research for you. I got this thing like 419, like right when the market opened. I hit my I hit my order to get filled. Um, what I did was I set a limit order like very high so that I knew that immediately it would get filled. Um, just because, from what I've seen, I had a good level of support and resistance just from prior days. Now, of course, there's a possibility that this thing could have dropped right away during opening pre-market, but I was willing to take that chance. I had the, mental level of support and resistance that I wanted, um, and just kind of took my chances from there. Wasn't no real reason. I mean, you can take a look at what I posted on the watch list. I told you guys there was lots of noise about it on the message boards. It was continuously actively traded after hours on Friday, and if it didn't make any moves pre-market, I was going to watch it to the opening bell. Luckily here, this one was the most active one being traded in the pre-market, and I just cashed out before the bell. So here's a lot of questions I get because today, let me pull this up here. Today, guys, even though BBIG was on my watch list, even though I was looking for it and everything like that, it wasn't the volume leader pre-market. I mean, it was the volume leader in pre-market, but it wasn't like the highest percentage gain in pre-market. In fact, I don't even think it was like top three or something like that. But it made enough significant move for me to profit $500 today. Um, in fact, I think it was BBBI, ATIV, or ATVI, Activision, Neuro, and IO were like the top four. BBIG probably came like fifth or sixth. It only moved like 16%. But I had a much bigger move than that because of the fact that I got in early. I was already watching it, and I had my order set to where I wanted to have it set. And I got out at a good time. So, anyways, this is a quick recap. I don't really know what to tell you guys here. I mean, other than the fact that, excuse me, at this point I got in a good fill. Market opens up, I'm filled at 419. Okay. Um, it moved over, stayed up, stayed up, stayed up. I mean, pretty much got this thing at the bottom. This was easy. And depending on when you got in throughout the day, it might not be worth it staying in. I really, the $5 mark here, roughly in this area, seems to be a lot of, selling going on. You can tell by the volume. I really wouldn't trust it going to like 600 like that, to me personally. Not unless more chatter comes into it about, some kind of news catalyst or some kind of, you know, message board squeeze pumps that people be doing. Yeah, I think this thing is pretty much topped out. I mean, I'm already out of the trade, but easy, guys. It was an easy trade. So, I mean, you had some other good alerts here today, too. I mean, when the market opened up, it was slow moving, but, Neuro, BBI, DATS is doing pretty good right now. DWAC, even though that's a more expensive stock. You guys, hopefully, you got in the AAL, American Airlines from the watch list, and the other one that I had mentioned in the watch list, RELI. Because those have been making some moves today. I mean, even though the market's slow, we're all, it's all red. You guys have plenty of opportunity right now. RELI is at 835. Before when I mentioned it, I mean, this thing ran away up to 989, almost $10 today. What I tell you guys, what resistance was at 1033 or 1030ish area. So whether you got in, whether you didn't get in, I don't know. The opportunity was there for you. That's the whole dollar range move. I mean, it is what it is, guys. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the day for me. I'm not going to be pushing to do anything else. I may start looking into some reverse ETFs and some more stuff to short. Um, I would suggest, me personally, I'm going to look into doing BBIG on the second day play trade strategy. See how that works out. If I can find some shorts available. But other than that, you know, pretty average day, not too exciting. Um, I think the biggest thing that was talked about was Activision being bought by Microsoft. Don't know how that's gonna go. Call of Duty ain't what it used to be, but anyways. But no, that's good news for them. They're up 30%. Well, they were up 30% pre-market. Now they're only up like 26%. So even though that's good news, great catalyst, that's a big news, guys. This is why I tell you a lot of times, like the market's going to overall dictate no matter what catalyst you have. You know, you can have the greatest news in the world, but if the market is down and it's going to drag you down with it, it's really hard, for stocks to beat the market based on news. So go along with the trend, don't fight against it. This was just a quick review to show you guys. I mean, don't take the watch list to heart every single time. And that watch list is strictly for me to kind of give you guys some insight of what I'm looking at. And of course, the admins post theirs, and et cetera, et cetera. But I just wanted to kind of show you, one of the ways that I utilize the watch list. And if I'm confident in a trade, if I'm willing to take the risk and look for support and stuff like that, and manage my risk properly, I'm going to take the trade. And that's pretty much how I did it. And the result of that was a $500 gain. So hopefully you guys had a good day. Stay green. We'll get back at it tomorrow. All right. Take care.